Hey there, me again. It's Dr. Luke. I'm here to show you MS Teams. So this time you should have access to it via the first video that I showed you on Blackboard. There's explanation. You can either download the app, open the web browser of MS Teams. That would work. Then I have a lot of teams here. You don't have to have all of those teams. You probably don't actually. But what yours will be called is this one, the by 112 hybrid. You see the swim hat and the goggles that can be changed. And speaking of which, the first thing you have to do is vote on an icon. Thank you to those of you who already have voted here, but that's how you vote. You just say what you want to vote for, and next week I will just choose the icon, change this, and we'll put the new icon. The breakout sessions, when I'm behind my computer, it's all here. So you click on that link, you get into a meeting, and boom, you just join, and I'm there. I will put that. I would always delete that message here and put a new one telling you, tagging you, saying, "Hey, there's breakout sessions. I'm available. Reach out." If you see the green light next to my name, once again, you can just reach out. You don't have to wait for those breakout sessions. You can just email me. You can just send me a message real quick, right? You can start a chat, all of that. So feel free to do so at any point. I emphasize this. Reach out, ask me questions. The MS Teams is pretty straightforward. The first thing you should check out is read the frequently asked questions. And those, there's a slew of them. Just go there and read it all. There's a question about asking a question. There's like a frequently asked question about grading work, all of that good stuff. So go for it. Like STEM Center, rough patch, all of it. Then you have the lab information. In there, I have already a lot of the lab information. So based on what we'll do, sometimes you have links and to allow you to click on those because paper doesn't really work for clicking. I have those links here for you guys. So I will refer to that. I will add information and all that. And then the schedule and the syllabus. So you can just click on there. It pops up. The schedule pops in big, so you can look at what we have. Finally, most importantly, the study tips. Those are different from the one in Blackboard in the Getting Started area. So do check it out. A lot of things. There is one that I really want to emphasize here, and I'll let you discover the other one. This one here. If you are used to learn a certain way, it won't work in this class. So you do have to just, the goal that you have this semester is to find that sweet spot here, point of diminishing return. When you're studying, you don't want to take some time studying, but you don't want to cram, otherwise you have diminishing return to negative return. So you need to have repeated sessions, but time cannot be consecutive. It has to be, I do a little bit one day, the next day, or in an hour, I take breaks. And that's all about knowing when you hit diminishing return, when you are less productive than you were, right? That's really a sweet spot to find out, but when you find it, it's really powerful. And those activities, what is called the lower order cognitive skill as opposed to the higher order cognitive skills. So that table here tells you exactly how I'm expecting you to study. If you are used to study for high school, you are probably used to do a lot of that. That's great, but that will get you to 20% of your grade in this class. The remaining 65, 70%, there's always 10, 15% that's due to performance change, other aspects of your life at the time. So the 65, 70% left are those. I don't ask you to go further, but comparison, application, analysis, and I tell you how to do it individually, how to do it in group. And notice that you have to take turn quizzing each others. You have to describe things, write sentences, review process, graph biological thing, analyze, interpret data. I'm sharing with you sometimes some papers so you can do that. Create a concept map or a map of concepts. I ask of you to do that sometimes in the semester. So all of those activities, you really need to engage in them. It goes beyond just knowing. And we'll talk about it in the labs, but it really goes beyond knowing. You cannot just stop at learning things for the sake of learning them. You need to understand them, make them yours, integrate them, and then you can actually use that knowledge in the new ways that the exam will test you. Because the exams are not just questions about do you know stuff. The exams will be 20% do you know stuff, and 80% do you comprehend, apply, and you're capable of application and analysis. Analysis, it's new, so it means that I give you a scenario and you need to analyze it. Application, it means the context is slightly different and you need to apply what you've learned in a new context. And that can be extremely challenging when you've never done it before. Comprehension is more than just telling me the definition. It's showing me you understood what the definition meant. Not necessarily in a new context, but in a slightly different scenario, I guess. So yeah, and that's it for MS Teams. I will hope that you're going to take a good long time to check all of this, right? Including your learning style. It's BS learning styles, and you can read why it is all BS. So do this. And yeah, I will see you on Friday. So I hope to see you there. And yeah, you guys take care. Bye bye.